this sleeve perfectly, you are expected to cut the sleeve out on a bias fold. So in less than 5 minutes, let me show you how you can cut this sleeve perfectly on a bias fold. So quickly, let's get started. To cut this sleeve, you need a yard of fabric, and I'm using crepe fabric. Now, this fabric is by 60 in length. I'll place it on fold on the by 60 part. And I'm going to arrange it so that it is equal, and I'm going to flip it and arrange very well. Now, kindly note that the by 60 part, which I place on fold to get 30 each, is going to be the width of the sleeve, okay? Now, while this part, which is the yardage, which I'm using 1 yard, is going to be the length of the sleeve. So the next thing to do, you're going to place this on a bias fold, like you are placing your hair tie on fold when you want to tie it, making sure that the other tip touches this one, and you go ahead to arrange the up to be smaller than the down part. Now, the up part is going to be for the armhole, while this side is going to be for the side of the sleeve. When you arrange this, take your tape to measure this. If it is too wide, wider than your armhole circumference, you adjust it, and you make sure that this tip does not exceed the other part. Adjust the down as well to make sure it is equal at the down, okay? So after you have adjusted it, you go ahead to measure what you have at that point. It should be equal to your armhole circumference. From the down part of the slanted part, I went up by 1 inch for my hemming allowance. From that point, I will go ahead to mark out the length of the sleeve. Make sure you add 4 inches to your actual sleeve length, because this sleeve normally exceeds your sleeve. So I went ahead to draw a straight line on that point. I'll measure the total of what I have from this end, and starting from the top line of the other part, I'm going to measure from the up downwards, and I will mark. I'll adjust my tape to the next point, and I'll also mark this measurement. Then I'll go ahead to connect this point with a straight line. So next, I'll come down from the up by 4 inches, and I'll connect this to the tip of my line with a slanted line. I'll measure this point of my slanted line, and I will get the midpoint of this point. Then I will go ahead to mark out my armhole curve. To know how to mark a armhole curve, I have a video of that, and I will link it to this video. So next, I'll go ahead to cut out my armhole. Now, the center is front is closed, okay? Now, after cutting the armhole, you go ahead to measure to check if it is less than your armhole. If it is less, you go ahead to increase it like this. But if it is more, you should what? Reduce it from the side. Now, after you are done with this, you go ahead to shape it from the side, following the slant you already have. And you also cut out the down. You have to separate the sleeve by the side, because we have a fold at that point as well. Remember to notch the center of your sleeve, sew the side, and hem the down. Now, this is what I made out of this. You can see that the sleeve is very full with no pleats at the shoulder. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I would love to see you in my next video hack. Bye.